I know. You're done and you had enough of those mainstream trashy romance anime. You want something refreshing, something your friends don't even know about. Well, don't worry, because here are the top 10 underrated romance anime you must watch. Number 10, my mental choices are completely interfering with my school romantic comedy.
お査対証者の呪いが解除されるまでは帰れないとありました。
なんで？
わかりません。
なんで？
それもわかりません。
じゃあ何ならわかるんだ？
かなでさんの作った朝ごはんは美味しいです。
Starting off our list is one with a really long title. This series is all about our boy Kanade, who was supposed to be normal until a god cursed him and turned his life into what we know as a visual novel with choices. What's worse is that he's being forced to become the most annoying person when it comes to several girls at his school, and it's not going to end anytime soon.
は？ミッションって？
あら。
あ、ユキラ、おはよ
う。おはよう、豚野郎。
Personally, I think the entire concept's pretty unique, and although it has more of a comedic plot instead of a serious one, the story is pretty effective. There's also some fan service, which in my book's always a plus. It's also pretty good at making me feel some suspense because some choices are not as obvious as the others, and sometimes the results can be pretty unexpected. Number 9, Akun to Kanojo.
興味もねえし超どうでもいい。だいたいまだ関係ねえ話だろうが。うぜえんだよお前。
そうだね。まだだね。
Ever seen a male tsundere? Well, you're about to meet one now with Akun from Akun to Kanojo. Our boy may have ended up with the girl of his dreams, but he somehow always ends up being mean to her when she tries to do something sweet. Why? Well, because he's just a straight up tsundere. Lucky for him, his girlfriend finds this cute.
あっくんあっくん、一緒に写真撮ろう。
なんでお前なんかと。そんな暇ねえんだよ。どけブス。
ああ、行っちゃった。
Don't try this at home. I promise you, there are only two things that would happen. Either you'd get slapped right in the face, or you'd wake up without a partner. And anyway, the entire series has 25 episodes, but you could probably finish this in an hour or two because every episode is just 3 minutes long. Plus, the art style is super cute and fits the atmosphere perfectly. You should watch this while you're in the airport or something. It'll be worth it. Number 8, working!
話しかけないで。弾みで殴っちゃいそう。
弾みって問答無用にも程があるだろう。これまでの成果を確かめるくらいの軽い気持ちだったのに。
The title is literally one word everyone wants to not keep doing. Anyway, the series is pretty much summarized by the title. Because a cute girl recruited him, our boy Sauta ended up working in a restaurant in Hokkaido. There, he meets a bunch of quirky, wacky people, except for the lazy manager because that's pretty much normal, especially in the real world.
ああ、先輩、すみません。視界に入りませんでした。ああ、これはさすがにひどい。
Remember the Mo Wave, where most shows look like they were spin-offs of copies of K-On? Yeah, this was the time Working was released, and it definitely shows. Don't get me wrong, I love this series. Even though the art style is like that, there's some decent depths of the characters, and they actually show their struggles. It has a great balance of drama and comedy, which some shows struggle with. You might even shed a tear or two when you watch their backstories. Number 7, Kisnevere.
どうして逃げるんですか？
なんか園崎さんって威圧感があって。
両手。両手を上げてください。素直ですね。よいしょ。
Why is this gem of a series completely underrated? Because our brains have rotten from watching too much generic shonen that we probably don't know what a good show is. In this series, we follow Katushira, who practically has little to no emotions at all. But one day, he and a bunch of other teenagers were forced to become the Kisnevers, and they become more like lab rats compared to humans.
どういうことって。
あなたの疑問に答えるのに言葉など無力です。絆を結ぶことしか。
This series is all about pain. The writing and the animation quality in this one is godly. Sure, it talks about friendship, but it also deals with a lot of sadness and loss, which ties the characters together. It's a decently sophisticated show with the characters in the center of everything. There's no pointless melodrama in this one, and you'll be at the edge of your seat waiting for what'll happen to your favorite character. Number 6, The Girl Who Leapt Through Time.
付き合おう。
どっからそういう話になったのよ。
康介に彼女ができたらって話。俺そんなに顔も悪くないだろ。
I think when the author tried thinking of a title, he thought traveling through time was so overrated, so he came up with this. The Girl Who Leapt Through Time follows the story of our girl Makoto, who's in her last year of high school. She doesn't know what to do, but everything changes when she discovers that she can quite literally leap through time. However, it's not all rainbows and sunshine.
昨日のナイターやっぱすげえよな斎藤の抑え。ん？今目そらしたろ。
そらしてないよ。
何企んでんだ。
Full disclosure, this is an anime movie, and the one thing that it wants to let you know is that every action you do has a consequence. The show does a great job at slapping that at your face without being incredibly overwhelming by using a pretty simple plot and characters. And since it's a movie, you bet the budget for the animation was insane. The landscapes, the backgrounds, everything was beautiful. Number 5, Rainbow Days.
よろしくお願いします。
なんで？
俺が誘った。期末20位以内らしいし、やっぱマンツーがいいかなって。
そうなんだ。
Where's the boys at? Most romance anime where there are groups of characters usually shows girls struggling to fall in love, but Rainbow Days shows us what happens when it comes to male groups. You see, our boy Natsuki has 3 friends, and one day his girlfriend dumps him. Lucky for him though, a girl in Santa Claus suit gave him tissues, and it was love at first sight. If only his friends hadn't meddled in his efforts, he might have finally dated her.
なっちゃん駅まで送っておいで。
一人じゃ危ないでしょ。
私平気？
いえ、ダメです。危ないです。
Now at first, you might have thought it was a yaoi series, but it's definitely not. There's no tension between the guys, and it's just boys being boys. Not to mention, even though it's a shoujo series, which are known for its drama, this is a pretty relaxing slice of life series. Everything's very easygoing, and the comedy's enjoyable. Number 4, The Anthem of the Heart.
げよだま
あ、選曲番来？
なるせ、なんで？
If you just don't want to sit back and relax, this next one might be for you. The story goes like this. Our girl June accidentally reveals her father's affair, which leads to her parents' divorce. But that's when her regret became a fairy egg, and her mouth was sealed so she wouldn't ruin everyone's happy ending. So what happens when she's chosen to perform a musical with 3 other students?
なるせさ、もしかしてミュージカルやりたかったりする？
Similar to The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, this is an anime movie, and my gosh, I get goosebumps just thinking about it. Now, the music is where the magic happens. It's just so good to listen to, and they just do a damn good job at putting a lot of emotion into it. The movie is just very heartwarming, and I'd go as far as to call it a masterpiece in terms of making viewers feel a sense of warmth while watching it. Number 3, Flowers of Evil.
あさっての日曜日、佐伯さんとデートするんでしょ。
やっぱり怒ってる。
Felt a little happy, might even want to say good morning to your neighbors. Well, forget all that, because Flowers of Evil make you feel the complete opposite. Our boy Taco forgot his copy of the Flowers of Evil in his classroom, but he got a little perverted and stole a model student's underwear. What he didn't know was that the social outcast saw him do that, and now he's being blackmailed.
春日くんは今日一日佐伯さんの体操着を着てデートするの。嬉しいでしょ？
悪いようにしないって言ったじゃないか。
Yep, everything that happens here is twisted. You might think that Sawa is the villain here, but the MC is just as guilty as her. You want drama and dark atmosphere? Here it is. The characters are ugly, but the entire story might be one of the best in the romance genre. It's so realistic, and there's so much symbolism to be found. This is for one of the deep thinkers who want something more than just a happy ending. Number 2, The Tunnel to Summer, The Exit of Goodbyes.
私は遠野くんのいる世界に行きたい。
だからあのトンネルが必要なの。ねえ遠野くん、私にもあなたが見てる世界見せてよ。
So far, we have 2 anime movies in this list, so it wouldn't hurt to add another one, because it's so good. Karu can't relax at home anymore after his family's broken into pieces. He entered a tunnel, and when he got out, an entire week passed. It was a tunnel that made your wish come true in exchange for your lifespan, and that's when he meets Anzu, and their lives change forever.
じゃあ放課後例の踏切に集合ね。浦島トンネルのことは絶対に他の人に話さないこと。これは2人だけの秘密。
The aura of this movie is nothing like I've ever seen before. Everything feels so subtle and so clear at the same time. It's about 2 characters coming to terms with their past, and let me tell you, it's deep. The romance is also very cute and not that over the top, which fits the entire anime perfectly. Honestly, wish more people would watch this because it might genuinely change your life. Number 1, Insomniacs After School.
約束しよう。もし夜晴れたら星の下の砂浜で会うの。
Having trouble sleeping? Well, just find an abandoned observatory because love might be waiting for you there. Because that's exactly what happens with our boy Nakami. There, he meets Magari, and when they find out that they have something in common, they decide to share that space, and all of a sudden, not sleeping sounds a lot better than usual for both of them.
おいやめろよやめろっつってんだからやめろよウケが
The entire series is about growth and self-acceptance, something that we all need from time to time. Some romance series usually become exaggerated and just plain over the top, but this one takes a more authentic approach. The romance is slow yet rewarding, the story is calm yet exciting, and the art will blow your mind away. That's why it's number 1 in our list of the top 10 underrated romance anime you must watch.